I started my weight loss journey at 435 pounds. My weight affected my confidence pretty much my whole life.
She was always chubby and self-conscious.
It was always this big dark cloud over me, and it's hard to remember how sad that life was. And then something changed. And I just started doing all these things that I never thought that I would be able to do. Weight loss is just another battle that I was too scared to fight, but that I fought. Showing my stomach and my body is just another scary thing.
How are you feeling?
Scared a little bit. I was born 10 pounds, 5 ounces, and I've always kind of joked throughout my whole life that I haven't lost a pound since. I was always overweight. Growing up, my family was pretty poor. The food that we could afford was always the bad food, the frozen pizzas, the chicken nuggets, and I grew up eating that kind of food and thinking that that was normal. Food was always an issue for me. Working out was something that I never did. I was definitely super closed off as a kid. I had a lot of insecurities, and that prevented me from building friendships. I didn't want to burden people with my problems, so I kept a lot of it in. And it made me pretty sad and miserable, but I tried to always put on a happy face. My weight affected my confidence pretty much my whole life.
She was always, chubby and kind of shy, self-conscious maybe. She was not very adventurous, so she missed out on a lot of fun childhood things, just watching in the sidelines.
It's hard to hear and to remember who I was because I did hold myself back a lot. I was like 8 years old and I didn't want to get on the horse because I was genuinely afraid that I would hurt the horse. It's hard to remember how sad that life was because it was awful. It was an awful, awful way to live. And then something changed, and I don't even necessarily know what it was. I applied for a job I didn't think I'd get, and I got it. I started taking improv classes that I didn't think I'd be good at, and I was good at it. And I just started doing all these things that I never thought that I would be able to do. I proved myself wrong, and that felt good. And weight loss, it was just another battle that I was too scared to fight, but that I fought. And that I'm still fighting today, and it feels good. The turning point was this picture that my sister took of me. I was wearing this purple shirt, these leggings, and these sandals. And that day when I got ready, I thought I looked great. And she took this picture of me, and when I looked back and looked at the picture, I could not believe how big I was, and I cried. I signed up for 6 months on Weight Watchers, and then I started looking at food differently. A month later, I'd lost 25 pounds. And I was like, holy cow, I can do this.
How far do you want to run?
If you want to do like a circuit around and stop and do like planks and squats.
Let's do that.
I didn't realize how bad I felt until I started feeling better. I work out 5 days a week now. So usually Emily and I will either go for a bike ride or for a run. Today we're doing like circuits. Emily and I did improv classes together, so she's kind of seen me from the beginning where I was very insecure at my heaviest weight. I have lost 200 pounds in 2 years. My starting weight was 435 pounds. And now I weigh 235 pounds. I never want to say no to going out to eat with my friends because I'm scared that I won't fit into the booth. I never want to get to that point again because my weight held me back from doing a whole lot of things in my life, and now it feels good to go and to say yes to all these things.
Like, Lorena is incredibly inspirational for, I think, everybody around her, and not just people who need to lose weight.
So I've got loose skin on my arms, on my legs, some on my back and on my stomach. And it's hard for me to look in the mirror at it sometimes.
How you feeling?
Scared a little bit. I still avoid mirrors when I am not wearing clothes. My stomach is my most insecure part of my body still. I'm willing to be vulnerable and show myself because when I first started Weight Watchers, I would scroll through the app and see all these pictures of these women that were so brave and showing themselves at their lowest. And I was inspired. I feel like me showing my body, even though it's not the finished product, because I'm not where I was 2 years ago. I'm not the scared girl who won't get on a horse. I've come a long way from that. Showing my stomach and my body is just another scary thing. And who knows what I'll be inspired to do after this. So I remember my mom and sister asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told them I wanted to take improv classes. I remember sitting in the parking lot thinking about all the scenarios that could have happened when I walked into class, and I was like, you have to do this. And I got out of my car and went in and never looked back.
She's like a butterfly that came out of the cocoon. I'm still amazed that she set these goals and she followed through with them.
It took a lot for me to get to a point of loving myself enough to start making a change. So I encourage anyone out there who sees improvements that need to be made in their life, whether it's their weight or something else, to just start today, to start right now, to just do it. And once you get to this point, you're gonna look back and be like, I can't believe I didn't start a day sooner.